All right. Good evening, Westlake parents. Welcome to the Westlake Distance Learning video. Parents, I want to begin by saying I'm glad that Westlake is in a position to be able to offer different learning options to our families. Whatever the reasoning for your decision, I want to assure you whether you choose our face-to-face program or our distance learning program, your children and your family will be loved and cared for by the Westlake faculty and staff. In the fall of 2020, Westlake's distance learning program was very much a response to a crisis, and Westlake's goal was to support parents while they delivered lessons to their children. And many of you did a great job. The biggest single takeaway from our spring distance learning program was our distance learning program needed to be redesigned to maintain the connection between the Westlake student and their teacher. In addition, Westlake learned that parents were spending a lot of time looking for assignments inside of emails and various different places. Great news! Westlake has purchased Canvas. Canvas is the gold standard of learning management systems. Canvas will be the one-stop shop for students and parents to access class and learning information. Westlake teachers have been training over the summer to develop amazing class welcome pages that will make the transfer of content and information to families a much more enjoyable process. The first day of school for our distance learning students will be Wednesday, August 19th. Lower school and middle school teachers will be scheduling check-in Zoom meetings with all of their distance learning students in the afternoon of Wednesday, August 19th. Whether this will be a time of reunion or introduction, Westlake teachers are excited and ready to start working with all of their Westlake students. Regular distance learning instruction will begin on Monday, August 24th. The delayed start of distance learning instruction is to allow Westlake teachers and students at the school campus to become familiar with the highly modified face-to-face school procedures. I'm not thrilled about having a delay, but it simply is a matter of safety to ensure our at-school processes and schedule are working to fidelity. The lower school distance learning program. Each day in each subject area, lower school students will have access to a recorded direct teach lesson and an assignment. There will also be multiple teacher check-ins during the school week where there will be enrichment, reteaching, and assessment directly from the teacher to the student. The teacher check-ins will be scheduled, but those are the only elements of the lower school distance learning program that are not flexible. The lower school distance learning program will be differentiated according to the ability level of the student, and the students will receive regular feedback via progress reports and report cards. The middle school distance learning program will be a mixture of live and recorded lessons combined with project-based learning and traditional classroom learning opportunities. One of the most important assets of our middle school teaching team is their ability to individualize instruction according to the needs of their students, and also the ability to move back and forth between multiple teaching methods. Middle school teachers will be able to maintain a personal connection with their distance learning students by creating both independent and cooperative learning opportunities. An overarching goal that unites Westlake Middle School teachers is to develop students who can advocate for themselves and thrive in an academically challenging but socially safe environment. Our Westlake Middle School team is excited to begin the year with all of their students, regardless of where they are. So how can parents of distance learning students help? The most effective and most simple way distance learning parents can support their children is simply monitor their children via Canvas. While the Canvas learning management system will be an amazing tool for middle school students, Canvas will be a great tool for all of our parents to help them monitor their child. The second way parents of distance learning students can support their child is to reach out to the teacher whenever something doesn't seem right. The middle school and lower school teachers are ready and able to redirect any student who needs a little extra encouragement. An important thing for all Westlake distance learning parents and students to remember is you are part of our school community. Lower school distance learning students will still have a cubby, desk, and chair with their name on it. The work of distance learning students will be printed and posted on classroom walls with the work of their school peers in the lower school and middle school. And finally, the most important thing to remember is distance learning students have a guaranteed seat in the classroom whenever you're ready to return to school. How will distance learning students re-enter the face-to-face population? When a family is ready for their distance learning child or children to rejoin the learning cohort on the school campus, parents simply need to reach out to their classroom teacher. The classroom teacher will then notify me, and I will begin the process with the returning family. Once a family has notified the school they are comfortable returning, a delay of 5 to 10 school days will be required depending on the results of a screening criterion. What about new students joining our school community? Westlake will accept new students into the school community through the month of September. New students will also be screened and will be asked to quarantine in their home for at least 2 weeks prior to joining the Westlake campus community. After September, the next entry point for new students will be January of 2021. And that completes my description of the Westlake Distance Learning Program. I want to take a moment and brag on the Westlake school community. In last night's face-to-face video, I mentioned Operation Picnic Table, and the resulting response has been amazing. Westlake is prepared to deliver an amazing distance learning program to students and families. But of course, there is a short list of technological needs that would enhance our distance learning program as well as the quality of our face-to-face program. If your family is interested in learning more about our technological wish list, please reach out to me via email. Parents, I want to end tonight's video with some encouragement. The world we live in right now is simply a mess. Some days it's hard to find something to be joyful about. Now more than ever, our world needs high-quality Christian schools that is preparing children to go into a world that is in desperate need of a message of hope and love, the message of Christ. Parents, now more than ever, all of us who are parents need to be high-quality Christian examples for our children. God has us in the palm of His hand, and if we are living in fear, then we are not living in faith. Remember, our children are always watching and listening to us. Thank you, and be blessed.